Welcome to the Weekly Spark, your fast 5-minute flash of insight into the world of mortgage and real estate. Every week, we're here to ignite your understanding of the market, from mortgage rates and housing trends to legislative updates and insider strategies. So let's strike the match and spark your week. This is the Weekly Spark.
Welcome back to Thanksgiving edition of the Weekly Spark. Jason, I think we've got some cool stuff today, all around being grateful and having gratitude. And I've already stumbled over the word once, so I can't wait for the rest of this episode. All right, we'll jump right into our Weekly Spark episode. So first up, we've got Rateful for rate cuts. Jason, what are you hearing on the rate cut front?
See what you did there, Ryan. Very clever, my friend. So listen, I have never seen a Fed so divided with these rate cuts. Last week we talked about the fact that we're likely not going to see any rate cuts based on the hawkish sentiment of the Fed. Now, after all this job data, which is really abysmal, Ryan, it looks like they may have to cut rates. In spite of their worry about inflation, I think that sparking the economy and helping these jobs is probably taking more precedent. So let's jump into the initial jobless claims. So the initial jobless claims basically measures individuals filing for unemployment benefits for the first time. So that fell 6,000 to 216,000 last week. Clearly, the number of firings remains muted for now, even though the job cut announcements, they have increased significantly. And then on continuing claims, or those continuing to receive benefits after their initial claim, that rose 7,000 to 1.96 million people. This figure continues to remain just under 2 million, but it's at one of the highest levels in 4 years, Ryan. So the story remains the same. It's a low firing and hiring environment. Once someone is let go, it's really hard for them to find a job because of the less hiring. Feds, let's get with it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with those numbers, and people are on the media are trying to sell it as good as possible. It's just not coming through. So on our next one, we've got Rateful for trend improvement. What do you got on this one, buddy?
There you go again, you clever dog. So let's dive into the pending home sales, because I am really grateful for the numbers that are coming out right now. So pending home sales, which measures signed contracts on existing homes, rose almost 2% in October, which was stronger than estimates. And year over year, the sales are down about 0.4%. So it's relatively flat. But good news is the trend's been improving. So sales have increased for 3 months in a row, and the pace of sales is the highest of the year. So this report follows a stronger than expected new home sales report, and it portends a stronger existing home sales figure for November. So hopefully that'll continue. And lastly, we're going to talk about mortgage applications. Purchase applications have showing more strength as of late. The MBA reported that they rose 8% last week, and they're up 20% year over year. And then rates are stable. They're in the low threes nationally. Refinances fell a little bit, but they're still up a healthy 117% compared to last year. So I'm super grateful for the data moving forward.
Awesome. That is good news to hear for sure, and leads us right into our next one. So I want to do something a little different. Instead of highlighting a loan program, I want to spotlight what we're grateful for. So Jason, I'll let you take it away.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, like this year has been, for me, I've been extremely grateful for my wife. She's been having some health issues and she's doing well. I'm just grateful for the health of my kids. I'm grateful for you, Ryan, as my business partner. I'm so excited watching our business grow, and the future that we're going to have is just incredible. And lastly, and maybe most importantly, Realtor friends, we're super grateful for your support, for trusting us with your loans. And for your borrowers, rather, to help them with their loans. And so we just are just so happy that you are continuing to work with us, and we'll continue to do better and better as we grow.
Awesome. I'll take it for me. I'm grateful for, I could basically copy and paste what you just said there. So I'll just run through it. But yeah, man, I'm excited. We've got, a new little one coming in at the end of the year here. So we're getting ready for that. We got a 1-year-old at home. He's a handful and a lot of fun. And my wife, currently she is a bodybuilder. I tell her that every day, and she's building the body of the little guy that's coming in, and she kind of laughs when I say that. But I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be able to, do what we do on a daily basis and still be able to build the family without a lot of pressure on either side. And it's been a good run for us. Thankful for the team that we've got. And, if you've sent us deals, that the team is growing, and we're only going to be working with really good people. And that's the idea, is bringing in good people to work with us. And we've got a couple new LOs on the team recently, and that's exciting as well. And I'm just looking forward to being able to continue what we're doing. And we love what we do, and we love being creative, sometimes to a fault, as we talked about, Jason, but it gets a lot of fun on the backside. But I'm just really grateful for the opportunities that get presented to me every day, and being able to continue working on those. So
amen.
That's all we got this week. So everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great weekend. And I'm sure we'll be in touch with you all next week. And if you've got topics you want us to cover, feel free to reach out, and we'd love to cover those as well. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's a wrap for this week's edition of the Weekly Spark, brought to you by Creative First Mortgage. If you've got questions or want us to cover something next week, please let us know, shoot us a message. And until then, keep your deals moving and keep your week lit. See you next time.